Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the episode 4 of the Dollar Hour podcast with your host, JD. How everybody doing out there today, ladies and gentlemen? Hope everybody's out there being safe, doing their Christmas shopping, doing all their holiday festivities, just relaxing, enjoying themselves and enjoying making it through a whole another year and getting ready for 2018. You know what I mean? And trying to be more prosperous and more successful in all of our endeavors and everything that we do. Today we got a few subjects, a few topics that I would like to run past the people today and see how y'all and what you're feeling, what your take is, and all these different current events going on in the world. First thing I'd like to start off talking about sports. Last night, Philly was edged out by Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James put on for another triple double. Ben Simmons definitely came out and did his thing. You know what I mean? Joel Embiid did not play. The Sixers still got him on a minute restriction where they don't want him playing in back-to-back games or whatever. I don't know how long that's supposed to go on. I'm really not sure about that whole thing. But the boy Ben Simmons definitely put on. He definitely holding down the fort. And I mean, Philly, man, things are looking really good for Philly, man. We're looking really up. They just traded Okafor that they had Jaleel Okafor to the New Jersey Nets. I'm glad to see that they did that because that brother definitely got some game with him. I mean, he was what number 3 overall pick if I'm not mistaken, and that brother got some game with him. I understand that his technique of basketball might didn't fit, the direction that they're moving into as a franchise, but that man did not need to be sitting on no bench, not getting no minutes at all game. I mean, I thought that was really like a disgrace. I really didn't respect, how Philly was handling the young boy, on that. I didn't respect that at all, man. But the thing, what I want to talk about as far as the Sixers concerned, me and a couple of my friends, we was having a conversation on the topic of, like, I understand everything is about trust the process and everything like that, but I think Philly puts a little too much stock into Joel Embiid, and he's the guy, he's the guy. Like, and he's a great talent, man. And if that guy can actually really stay healthy and continue to progress and play some more minutes, play some back to back games, and really get some seasons under his belt. I mean, I think the guy right now, as we're speaking, is got in this league has to be a top 5 center in this league. And I mean, and I think he could definitely be a top 2 or 3 center in this league. I mean, very within the next year. You know what I mean? Within the next year to two, possibly. But does that go like as far as the centers that we got in this league? You know what I mean? We got DeMarcus Cousins is really is having an all-star year. But to be honest with you, this is not back in the day when centers used to dominate the actual league. It's a point guard driven league these days, and centers really don't get the acknowledgement anymore that they should, or they're not even that useful now. Like, they want your centers to shoot 3 pointers. Everybody's not in the post or in the paint anymore. It ain't about having your back to the basketball, playing like that, being able to back somebody down, being able to muscle somebody or whatever like that. They want you to be a 7'2", to have a dribble like a point guard, be able to shoot like a shooting guard. Like, they want you to be able to play all 5 positions if you're a center these days. And I think that has actually diminished, you know what I mean, diminished the importance of a true. With that being said, I understand that bodies with a new age center is like, and it's supposed, it's just what they're supposed to resemble. But the reason why I say this is I liken Ben Simmons games Ben Simmons game to LeBron James. I really do. I mean, 6'11", he's taller than LeBron. I mean, I understand he doesn't have a jumper yet, and LeBron didn't have a jumper first coming into the league neither. That's something that he'll definitely get. So that's one thing you don't have to worry about. The good thing is that he's great at all the other intangibles. He's an excellent passer. He's an excellent dribbler. I mean, his court vision, his basketball IQ, I mean, off the charts. I mean, his passion, his aggression. I mean, everything is exactly where you would want it to be. I mean, I think he is going to be the next face of the NBA. No matter how good Joel Embiid is going to be, I mean, what is Joel Embiid compared to a LeBron James? Oh, you can be a great center in this league that's not even center driven. That's good and that's great, and he's definitely a franchise player, and he's definitely he's an awesome talent. I'm not taking nothing back. Go Sixers. I'm not taking anything from him at all. But when you keep saying that Joel Embiid is our guy, and he's the guy this, and he's the guy that, I mean, are these the things that are going to be running through Ben Simmons' mind when he's up for a contract extension? When he's being courted by all these other teams, when LA saying we'll give up anything to get this guy because he's who we really want, because we know that Ball really ain't the guy, Lonzo that is. You know what I mean? We're tired of dealing with the drama of his father. This guy's not bringing it. You know what I mean? All these other things. I mean, we would definitely love to have him. We would definitely love to have Ben Simmons in LA in another 2 years. I'm not going to hold you. We'll give you Ball, his dad, both the brothers, and about 14 more guys that look like him. You know what I mean? If we can get our hands on a Ben Simmons. And that's how I feel. You know what I mean? That's definitely how I feel about the situation. But it's like, I think that they really need to tone down the rhetoric surrounding. I understand if Joel Embiid is your guy, he's your guy. You just paid the man. He just signed the contract extension. You got him. You don't have to keep geesing him because you don't want that to rub off on Ben Simmons saying, well, you know what? To them, I'll never be their guy. I'm just a guy helping Joel Embiid look good. I'm just a guy that's helping trying to bring an above 500 record to the Philadelphia 76ers. And even though they're saying that I'm good and I'm great, that all the true credit is going to Embiid. You don't want those things to start creeping up in that man's mind when y'all keep pushing Embiid like Simmons ain't the guy he is, because Simmons is going to be the NBA in a few years. Mark my word. You know what I mean? Of course, LeBron is in his 15th season, and the man is getting better and better and better and better. But at the same time, eventually, I'm not even gonna say that it's going to decline because I'm not even waiting on that to happen. This man been subhuman. I mean, been less than. This man is supernatural. So I'm not. Even, I don't know if a decline is coming or not. But will he ever get tired of playing and just want to continue with his business endeavors? Because he's doing awesome business wise. So it's going to become a point in time where he wants to really focus on that and his children more than just the day-to-day hustle and bustle of being in the NBA. It's everything has. You got to get tired of everything. You're not going to ever just. It's got to be this. It's got to be this forever. If you can play basketball till you're 80, like I'm just gonna rock till I'm 80. I'm rich beyond, you know what I mean. I'm rich beyond belief, you know what I mean. But it's like I'm just gonna keep till I'm 80. Like that's not. So you're gonna want to change. You're gonna want to do something. And he's being successful in other areas, you know what I mean. So why wouldn't he want to continue to do that? You know what I mean. We respect Magic Johnson as being a hell of a basketball player, but any true man is going to respect him for his post NBA career, because I mean the things that this guy's been able to do in business is astronomical, and that's what people should aspire to do and be like. You know what I mean? Be able to take something and turn it into a empire where your kids will be fine forever. NBA players go broke, so if you think that their kids can't go broke, you know what I mean, you're sadly mistaken. You know what I mean? But that's just one thing. I just, even though I am a Laker fanatic, you know what I mean, Philly is my second team, and I want nothing but the best for Philadelphia. I just don't want them to keep planting that seed of Embiid, like Simmons ain't the guy. And I really think that you can put a few other pieces around Simmons, and no matter where you take him, he's gonna be the spark plug that any franchise would need to be successful. You know what I mean? As well. And at the same time, he's less injury prone. He's going to have a longer career. You know what I mean? And so Philly, please be a little bit more careful, you know what I mean, when it comes to praising Embiid and not giving Simmons the same, you know what I mean, the same appraisal. You know what I mean? Keeping it in sports, the next topic I want to speak of, basketball actually. I want to give a shout out to Chris Bosh's mom. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the reports or whatever that's been going on online, but a house that's in Chris Bosh's name that he actually owns out in Texas was recently just raided by the police for drug activity. I guess they was trapping behind burglar door doors or something like that. They got the gates up to the house and everything like that. They've been sending undercovers. They've been sending undercovers in to make buys and everything from the house. They're checking the trash and finding a bunch of empties and drug paraphernalia at the house. I don't know what. I mean, the man signed a $130 million contract this time, a $98 million contract this time. I don't know why his mom and you know what I mean, and her co-conspirators are trapping out of the house in Texas. I really don't even have a clue what that is about. You know what I mean? Maybe she's just addicted to hustling. Maybe it's not the fact that he not taking care of his mom and he not giving her the money. You know what I mean? He not giving her as much money as she need to be comfortable, so she feel like she need to go out here and do all sorts of other type of things. Excuse me one second, ladies and gentlemen. And do a bunch of other things. But I don't know what that case is, but that is crazy. Like your mom I guess your mom wasn't at the house when they actually raided it, but she's a suspect. I guess right now they're trying to flip the people that they did knock off. The people that was busted in the raid, they trying to get them to probably flip on her. You know what I mean? I can so imagine. You know what I mean? It's just funny as hell, man. But Mom Dukes is definitely trapping. You know what I mean? Behind the gates. You know what I mean? Of a nice house out in Texas, and man, that's really that really blows my mind, man. I would just like to sit down and give her an interview, ask her, what's going on? Why are you pumping, baby? Like, out of all these people in the world that need to pump because they coming from certain situations and circumstances where they just want to get ahead a little bit because they're not being provided certain opportunities. You know what I mean? I mean, your son just signed over $200 million in contracts, and this ain't got nothing to do with none of his endorsements. And he's still moseying around. And come to find out, the man is an acclaimed producer in the hip hop world because a lot of beats and stuff he's been selling that he's been selling through somebody else that's been marketing his beats have been on top 10 songs and everything. So the man is getting money coming from a lot of different directions. So money is really not the option at all. But why is mom trapping? I mean, what's going on? Hey, mom, like if you would like to come on to the Dollar Hour and tell your side of the story, we can Skype you in. I'll fly you in. However you want to play it. I personally want your side of the story on why why you're allegedly trapping out of the crib in your son's name that just got raided by the authorities. Mom Dukes, please come in and let us know what's going on because we at the Dollar Hour want to know. Keeping it on one other subject in sports. Oscar De La Hoya. Cut your crap. I mean, Oscar, you got to be about the biggest hypocrite I've ever seen. Like, I can't believe or trust a word that comes out of your filthy mouth. I mean that literally. Man, you bashed Floyd Mayweather on you went on Letterman, you went on this guy, you went on that guy, you went on Fallon. You went on every show to bash that Floyd Mayweather fighting Conor McGregor was disrespectful to boxing, how legends was turning over in their grave, and how you would never be a part of rhetoric like this, and how this is bad for the sport. And you went on to do all that to now you coming out making bids to fight Conor McGregor yourself. Number one, Oscar De La Hoya, you fighting anybody. Ain't not, like your day is over, Oscar. I understand you want a payday, and that's pretty much all you're concerned about. But man, nobody is interested in your lying, cross-dressing, drag queen and coke sniffing ass. Ain't nobody interested in that, man. I know I surely ain't. You know what I mean? I speak for me, and I do speak for a lot of other people as well. But right now, I'm gonna say that I speak for me, and I don't care to see you, Oscar De La Hoya, out there fighting your son. Let alone if you even got a son. I don't even know if you man enough to even have a son. You know what I mean? But I don't want to see you out there fighting anybody, man. Like you're a clown. You're playing yourself. I mean, stand for something to fall for anything, man. I mean, you bash this man. I mean, what is your problem? I mean, you did. I mean, you're the real enemy. You did everything. You put $1 in his dad's pocket when you know the man didn't have a relationship with his dad, or that the relationship was already very volatile. You put $1 in his pocket and try to get at the man. And I'm pretty sure he spilled every secret he could, even though it did not, to no avail. It did not win. Any tactic and everything that his slimy ass, no good dad didn't even gave you, it didn't help you at all. I mean, at all. You know what I mean? So now you couldn't beat the man physically. So now you want to beat the man metaphorically, I'm guessing, by keep coming at him with all these bars and all these lyrics and all this rhetoric and trying to create an issue where there is none. Man, a De La Hoya, man, fall back, man, because like, I mean, you're just not believable right now, man. Like, you just need to fall back. You're doing a little bit too much, man. You're doing a little bit too much. But on the other hand, Floyd Mayweather, I think that you played yourself as well, because I understand that he just spoke about this same subject that I'm speaking about right now. And I guess he felt like it was cool to not can I say diminish Conor McGregor's efforts during the fight that they had together, but you did not have to come. We know that you fooled the world, to the people who don't know. Everybody know what the odds was in Vegas for you to knock that man out in the ninth round. That it was the highest payout if you beat him in the ninth and in the ninth only, and this and this and that, and that you had people running around the town putting in a bunch of bets because the bookies wouldn't try to take the money from you, calling it a conflict of interest. And I mean, people who follow the sport and follow the hustle, you know what I mean, know that you pulled a big scam over the American people's, or over the world's eyes. For the people enough that's, you know what I mean, naive enough to believe that Conor McGregor could even last 9 rounds with a world class, you know what I mean, boxer. You know what I mean? For the people who was naive enough, yeah, definitely. You know, but Floyd, you did not have to play coming out and letting everybody know, look, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. I carried him for 9 rounds. You know, he couldn't do this with me, he couldn't do that with me, and you know, so basically, I'm letting y'all know that this guy can't box anyway. So no matter how it go with Oscar De La Hoya, if they do end up, you know, what I mean, signing the contracts and that this guy can't fight and it ain't worth y'all. You didn't even have to stoop to that level, Floyd. You know what I mean? Everybody know you duped America. Everybody, I mean, the world. Everybody know that you went out on top, even, and you ain't even done boxing. You just figure by playing get maximum payday off every fight. So I definitely love your strategy. You know what I mean? I definitely love it. I mean, black man eat, get your money. Nobody wants to stop that, man. But at the same time, have a little bit of class about yourself. You're gonna pull a wool over everybody's eyes, man. Walk away, you know what I mean? Walk away just being a victim, knowing that you just killed them, knowing that you just set up generational wealth for another 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you did that already, man. So that's not a, you know, that's not a, you didn't have to really speak on that, man. So I'm not even gonna really even, you know, uh, get on that anymore. But I'm gonna leave that alone. But you know what I mean. But Floyd, man, you know what I mean. Come on, man. So the next time you market and say you still got artists, you still got boxers, you still got a lot of things going on. So basically, anything else that you got to say from here, from this point on, we shouldn't believe you anyway, because everything you got to say is a hustle. Don't play yourself, man. You're a young man. You got a lot of business to do. The last thing you want to be looked at as is a liar. You know what I mean? So come on. You know what I mean? Last night, moving on. Last night, Lil Wayne, that's on his comeback, brought out Drake at a pop up show in Miami, and that was great. I mean, I'm great. I'm glad that a lot of people, Drake and a lot of top celebrities and everything. Everybody loves Lil Wayne. I love Lil Wayne. I mean, Lil Wayne's an awesome rapper. Never don't really know who he is as a person at all. You know what I mean? I think that people who know Lil Wayne don't know who Lil Wayne is as a person at all. You know what I mean? But hey, man, I guess that, that'll do it. You know, a world lifestyle and being secluded from a lot of people and you know what I mean, living on top and only answering to certain things and certain, I guess that could bring about a some type of a sense of entitlement to the point where you can become delusional what life is and what life should be or whatever. I don't know, but I'm saying all this to say you're dropping new music. You're debuting new songs. You got a new mixtape coming out. You got another single that you're supposed to become. I forgot the name of the single. You got a new single that's supposed to be coming out. sometime in January. I'm thinking they're supposed to be debuting your new single. I'm saying all this to say, I understand that you have a $50 million lawsuit, I'm guessing, against Cash Money Records and your Paul Birdman, for monies not paid over other albums and contract and label things from the other artists that you got that you're not being paid your percentage on, and from Drake and with Tigers and Minaj's and all of those different things. But what I'm trying to say, without those issues, being, and you're going on to make new music, which is still going to be distributed through Cash Money Records because you're contractually obligated. How does that work? I understand that. I heard one artist say sometimes in the business things can be so bad that for an artist to keep his fans and maintain relevancy, that he has to even work for free because they don't understand the struggles that an artist may be going through, behind the scene. So if that's the case and you're just doing it, for your relevancy, because it has been a while since people really been seeing you, really active out here, on the scene. It's definitely been a second. I wonder if that's the case. Okay, I understand. I understand, and we have to appreciate, you for that. But on the flip side, I don't think you really too much doing anything for free. I don't think you ever really have done too much stuff for free, and I don't think you have done too much stuff for free. And I'm just wondering, like, how does the money work? At the end of the day, Birdman still got to bust you down at what you doing all these new materials. I'm just wondering, like, at the end of the day, it looks like a clown show. Like, yeah, I know you owe me $50 million from the this and that projects, but man, are you gonna give me my money for this new stuff? Yeah, I got you. Don't even worry about it. All right. Let me go ahead and start doing some music again. Without nothing being like, ain't nothing been figured out, ain't nothing been paid, ain't no understanding, no agreements have been made, but we moving on to continue the career. I just that's awesome. Thank you, Lil Wayne, and for everything going on. Thank you, man. We wish you much success. We definitely wish want to see you make a full comeback, man. And at the same time, Birdman, you do need to make that right. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. I don't know all the facts. I haven't read none of the official documentation on what's going on, so I can't really go that far into it. But I definitely think that's a situation that need to get worked out. Me and I think the fans of Cash Money Records, Lil Wayne, Baby, and the rest of you guys over there, we would definitely love to see y'all get it together, man, because it's awesome, man. What you guys made history, Birdman. I know you sold over 1 billion records and the whole nine. And if that is the case, man, settling up with this guy really should not be a problem at all. Okay, I understand you owe the man 50 million, but I'm pretty sure if you went to the man and said, "Look, take this 18 million," he'd be your best friend again. You know what I mean? So for real, like it's really not gonna take 50. You know what I mean? Come on, man, stop. You can get. The man might take 10. For real, you really don't know what kind of situation this man's in. Lil Wayne, I'm talking about. You don't know what situation that this man is in financially. You know what I mean? This man haven't done a little. This man haven't been working in a while, and at the same time, we don't know exactly how much money did he actually walk away with. We know what he got jerked for and what he's suing for, but we don't know how much money he actually ever walked away with, or what his accounts looking like. And as weird as he is, what kind of decisions is he making with the money that he does have? So I'm pretty sure that you can settle this whole thing really easy if you chose to do so. But hey, man, I guess that's up for you to choose to do so. I guess that's your BI. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna sit here and I'm a fan, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna just watch and listen and commentate on what does happen in the world. I'm gonna take it from there and do it like that. But moving on, I was just reading that my man Pee Wee Longway from the MPA Bandcamp. I don't know if a lot of people know of him. I think he had a song out there that I like. He piggybacked off Master P with the Ice Cream Man, and he had another song, Mr. Blue Benjamin. He's a character. You know what I mean? I actually like the dude. I watch these guys and I look for character. You got to think in a day and age where a lot of people got the same content or the same delivery, or everybody's the Migos or Future, or so they think they are, or want to sound like. You know what I mean? Anybody that comes out a little different, or that that's doing their own thing, I try to give them an eye, and see what they look at their body work, and see what they bring to the table, to see if I can get down with this person, and I not get down, but if I can listen to them, if I feel that they're worthy of my time, you know what I mean, of them, of me listening, or whatever the case may be. But I see that recently, I guess he was just in a shootout, or whatever the case may be, allegedly, you know what I mean, in Atlanta, or whatever. And I do a lot of reading. I got to stay up on all my issues and everything going on social media and in the news and different things like that. And then I also have a couple affiliates that we go back and forth with, that's in the rap game down in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And they let me know a lot of different things that's going on that never gets reported on. And it's just like a lot of real stuff going on down in Atlanta that we do know about, and that we don't know about. And it's like, man, Atlanta's like really not playing right now. Like, you got to really be. It's like you got to really be about that work, man, to even be a rapper. Like, it's crazy because I've been around for a while, and I came from the era where whatever you was talking about, you had to be living. Then it went to every people phony, and the lip syncing, and everybody's writing their rhymes. Then it went from you had to be real again. Then it went from you could be faking, you can lie about everything, long as it sounds good, long as people dance. Who cares? You know what I mean? Now it's like Atlanta's. Even though the rap industry is definitely following Atlanta's movement, and they move. Whatever they doing is what's hot. You know what I mean? They're the lead. They're the lead leading. You know what I mean, in this industry. So whatever's going on in the A is what people need to mimic. You know what I mean? Is try to find the same amount of success. But man, they making it real. I mean, it's a lot of murders going on. It's a lot of things people not talking about. It's man. I mean, it's like all out war. Nobody liking nobody. I mean, everybody supports everybody on a. You know what I mean? So you think, you know what I mean? But man, guys really ain't really playing with each other, man. There's like a lot of guys are down to go, and I'm just wondering, like, I mean, is this the real example that we want to set? Like, is this the real guidelines to follow? I gotta go out here and catch bodies. I gotta go out here and sell X amount of work. I gotta pop 15 Zans and 10 perks, and tell niggas I drunk the most juice. You know what I mean? Promethazine, lean, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? For everybody to think that I'm cool. I mean, it's just like it's crazy, man. Like, I don't want to really get into a lot of things going on down there in the A, man, because that's their thing, man. But I remember when we had artists coming out of Atlanta, man, and you ain't never heard about a gang. You know what I mean? You can name every artist coming out in the '90s to the 2000s to '08 to the mid to 2005. It wasn't nobody gang related and this and this and that. Now everything with a gang, like, you know what I mean? Why even be a rapper? Because soon somebody, if they 30 deep or 20 deep, and it's you and your childhood friend from high school, and you done found a little bit of success enough where you done went out here and either bought a car or chain, and a guy walking up to you with 20 other dudes pull a bunch of pistols out on you, take your chain, now your rap career is over because now you're considered a bitch. It's like, that's like a real hard standard. Like damn, like, nah, I'm not even really about that life. I'm just trying to rap, but my whole rap career just ended because these dudes that's really about that life ran down on me, and it ain't like I was talking shit. They just knew they had a sweet Vic, and they were trying to get props. You know what I mean? They were just trying to get props. Everybody want to step on everybody just to think they're gonna get up. So, you know what I mean? Of course, you're gonna take from the weak, and you know what I mean. And as long as it makes you look strong, I guess really what else matters. I mean, that's what it seems to be at the end of the day. So, hey, man, I mean, hate it or love it, I guess that's just what it is, man. You know what I mean? And more news going on in the world. You know what I mean? The feds ordered for 4,000 seizures of guns that people bought guns legally from gun shops and shows and different things of that matter. But these was all people that couldn't pass background checks. Whether it was for uh, having criminal records or having mental issues. mental issues and all the other factors that go into, not being allowed or permitted, to be a gun owner or whatever the case may be. But my thing is this. I mean, you knew what you was doing. Y'all done set all these rules and all these laws and parameters on what can be done and what can't be done. Number one, we all know that these guns ain't cheap. And it's like, and especially if you go into the gun store and you buying, these Glocks and these Six Sawyers and these, you know what I mean? I mean these FNNs and all these guns is 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. So you talking about you about to seize 4,000 guns that probably come at an average of between $350 and $700. Like, ain't no reimbursement coming with none of that. Like this is like, I mean, this is the BS where the common working man or the everyday, just the everyday person out here, man, and just want to have some protection or whatever the case may be, or man, now y'all come in here and y'all taking this and y'all taking that, y'all ain't giving nothing back. I don't get no voucher for this. I don't get no reimbursement for this. Like I mean, the government can't lose, and the only thing that they do is win, win, win. But everybody that's lining up, happy to be a part of this country, man, just keep taking loss after loss after loss, man. Like it's just man, I just don't be understanding the things that take place, man, and how do they continue to take place like that, and nobody can do anything about it. So now when they come to your house and they talking about U.S. Marshals, we're here for the such. The minute that you say that you don't have it, what that leads to some type of a raid because you're not abiding by a law that they probably just made up last night. So now whatever else you find in my damn house, I could be charged with and this and that. It's just almost like, you know, I don't know, man. I just think that we really need to stand up for something, man, and really figure out, you know what I mean? Because they writing everything up, man, they writing all these laws up and all these different, things just for it to benefit them, man. And it's like nobody's really caring about the average working man. Like, where am I supposed to come up from with an additional uh, $700 to go out and do this, or where do I get my money back from doing this, or it's just none of that even comes into question. You know what I mean? I was just reading another article that came out maybe about a week ago about 15 black men all cleared on charges after a crooked cop planted drugs on them and tried to extort them for money. And and I understand. And one guy, I was reading the article, and one guy was saying that, man, he did this to me a couple times. He planted drugs. I wouldn't pay him, and he put drugs in my pocket. The one time, I went to court and I took the plea because if I knew I was gonna lose in trial. I did 24 months. I came home. I started doing whatever I was doing. He came up on me again, asked me to pay him. I didn't. He put drugs in my pocket again, and I'm just sitting here saying, like, damn, I understand that the system is flawed. I mean, it's so messed up. You know what I mean? For people that's supposed to be in authority, which they're only people. I mean, don't let the position fool you. They're only people. But for people that's supposed to be in authority, taking advantage of civilians like this is just, I mean, they need to be thrown under their jail. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the true criminal. You know what I mean? A person that they know they can get around anything. And what are we gonna do if you got a criminal record already? You're guilty no matter what. Like, it's just the way they got it designed is just like, I mean, how can you win at all? I mean, time you lose on issues like that, you never get back. But who cares? It ain't them ever spending one day anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I'm real passionate. I'm very, very, very passionate about issues and subjects of this matter. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean, I myself have been through similar situations, you know what I mean, that I really can't go into. But it's like, man, like, as a people, we got to stand up when things not only happen to ourselves, but happen to people around us. And we know that it could be us. We have to really step up and know exactly, you know what I mean, when our voice should be heard. I mean, I truly believe so. Because if we don't, we're gonna continue we're gonna continue going through the flim flam and the BS. you know what I mean, that we've been subject to, you know what I mean, since the beginning of time. And every movie I done watched and every book I done read, and we didn't all read the same stuff and watch the same stuff, because believe me, it's a reason why we all watch and stuff like that, because this is what they want us to see. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the truth, but this is what they want us to see. This is what they want us to believe. So you know what I mean, so we all have this a lot of the same things. You know what I mean? I said we all, not everybody. There's a lot of people who go out here to get self-educate themselves, to not just go off of what they've been told by the masses, but to be able to find do their due diligence on whatever subject it is, and come to an agreement with something that they can identify with or agree with probably happened more than just being told that this happened, when there's no subject, there's no information to really support the theory. You know what I mean? So I definitely support the people, you know what I mean, and applaud the people that go out there and find good information for themselves. But for the people that don't